I actually have a set of water-soluble crayons to use in the shower so that I can write thoughts I have on the tile in the shower. And I'd say probably 30% of my jokes come from the shower writing process.
It's a combination of sitting down and writing, just talking to people, just like riffing with my comedian friends and just getting a kernel of an idea and then maybe fleshing it out later. I do a lot of writing on stage once I have kind of the bare bones of the bit. I do sit down and write, though. I know a lot of people don't do that. They don't think it's helpful. I find it to be pretty helpful when I do have something I'm wanting to work on.
I find that if you do script it out completely, it tends to sound more forced, unless you're a very, very good writer. And there are some people that can do that. But I find that it's more natural if you just, kind of implant the thoughts in your head and then let your mind kind of conjugate them on stage as you would in a normal conversation.
I would force myself to sit down and write, and I would try to come up with ideas while I was writing, but now I just kind of ideas kind of have to come to me, and I've gotten where I'll write out like a very loose idea of a joke, and then it's like I kind of have to write it on stage in my head at open mics.
I can't write jokes until something happens to me. So it's like I have to, it's like suddenly, I have an experience that I'm like, oh, okay, that is definitely a bit.
I wish I could be a sort of work it out on stage kind of guy. I've always envied those people that are like, I don't know, just take a premise on stage and then I make it funny. And I could never do that. That terrifies me. I'd rather have like, oh, okay, at least I know a couple beats and then you can tag it, But I wish I was more gifted in that way. I wish I was better at like improv and stuff. I really envy those comics that can do that. It's nerve-wracking when you can't.
Some jokes come out fully formed, ready to go. Here's a bit. I'm going to do it on stage for the first time. It works, it's great, I'll keep it. Or it doesn't work, and I know I can't change it further. But I feel like that's how stand-up comedy kind of lives, because you're put completely in this moment where there's people staring at you, and you got to be funny. Or you really want to be funny, I should say. You don't have to be funny, but you really want to be funny. You're forced into finding something that's funny, and that desperation can really come out with some great stuff. If you don't succumb to it and freak out and run away.